This meeting is being recorded.
Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om Sadashiva Samarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam Shruti Smriti Purananam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavatpadam Shankaram Lokashankaram Shankaram Shankaracharyam Kesavam Badarayanam Sutra Bhashya Krita Vande Bhagavanto Punah Punah Ishvaro Gururatmeti Murti Bheda Vibhagine व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः गुकारस्वन्धकारो वै ऋकारस्तन्निवर्तकः अन्धकारनिरोधित्वात् गुरुरित्यभिधीयते ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्गरवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ भद्रङ्कर्णे विश्रुणुयामदेवाः भद्रं पश्येमाक्षभिर्यजत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गैः स्तुष्टुवागुंसस्तनूभिः विषेम देवहितं यदायुः स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृद्धश्रवाः स्वस्ति नः पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्यो अरिष्टनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्दधातु ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ नमो ब्रह्मविद्यासम्प्रदायकर्तृभ्यो नमः नमः श्री गौडपाद श्री शंकर भगवत्पाद सुरेश्वराचार्येभ्यो नमः नमो गुरुभ्यः प्रज्ञानां शुक्ततानैः स्थिरचरनिकरव्यापिभिर्व्याप्य लोकान् भुक्त्वा भोगान् स्तविष्टान् पुनरपि दिशनोद्भासितान् कामजन्यान् पीत्वा सर्वान् विशेषान् स्वपिति मधुरभुङ् मायया भोजयन्नः मायासङ्ख्यातुरीयं परममृतमजं ब्रह्म यत्तन्नतोऽस्मि। अत्र एते श्लोकाः भवन्ति बहिष्प्रज्ञो विभिर्विश्वः यन्तःप्रज्ञस्तु तैजसः गणः प्रज्ञस्तथा प्राज्ञः एक एव त्रिधा स्मृतः। दक्षिणाक्षिमुखे विश्वः मनस्यन्तस्तु तैजसः आकाशे च हृति प्राज्ञः त्रिधा देहे व्यवस्थितः। अत्र एतस्मिन् यथोक्ते अर्थे एते श्लोकाः भवन्ति पर्यायेण त्रिस्थानत्वात् सोऽहमिति स्मृत्या प्रतिसन्धानाच्च स्थानत्रय व्यतिरिक्तत्वम् एकत्वं शुद्धत्वम् असङ्गत्वं च सिद्धमिति अभिप्रायः महामत्स्यादिदृष्टान्तश्रुतेः। Even though there are three states, tristhanatvat, there are three states of experience that we undergo. Minimum of three states: the waken, dream, and deep sleep. And there are in-between states also generally. But Tristanaha, this Atma obtains in these three states predominantly. Sohamiti smritya pratisandhanacha. There is a continuity between the states. So here, the Karikakara brings about a slight change in the way he wants us to look at it. Though we say there is dream state, there is deep sleep state, they are recognized as dream and deep sleep only in the waken. As a dreamer, I don't recognize that I am dreaming. In deep sleep, I don't recognize that I am in deep sleep. But from a waker perspective, I come and say that I dreamt and I was in deep sleep. So a waker recognizes that there was dream, but a dreamer doesn't recognize that I was earlier waken. Now I am dreaming. And same goes for deep sleep and waken. So given this, Karikakara says why even look at dream and deep sleep as separate states? But even within the waken itself, you can actually experience all the three states. You do experience. When you close your eyes and you are in an imagination trip or fantasy trip, it is the Taijasa which is active. All your Indriyas and Karanas, the external Shabdasparsha, all that is given rest, and only Taijasa is active. Similarly, if the Chitta Spandana, the Manaspandana is stopped, and you are in a Samadhi state, then even as a Vishwa, the waken person, you are experiencing the equivalent of a deep sleep. But what is the key here is, there is a continuity of experience which shows that the experiencer is separate from all these. Like when I go out, I take a bus, then I go and pick up a train, I go to some office, then I come back, I come to the home. So the experiences are different. As a person driving a car or traveling in a bus or in a train or going to the office, being in the office, the experiences keep changing, but there is continuity because I am the experiencer who is undergoing all these. So I am separate from each of this. I am not the bus or the train or the office or the car or even the house. Each one of them is separate from me, and I am stitching all those experiences together through a memory. Similarly, even the waken, the dream, the deep sleep, whether it is experienced as three states or within the same state of waken, I pervade each of this experience and all of this experience, but I am away from them. Therefore, there is ekatvam, because there is oneness of all these tied together. There is shuddhatvam, because I am untouched. Asangatvam cha, both are almost same. Shuddhatvam and asangatvam, because I am asanga, I am shuddha, I am untouched. A waken person is untouched by the dream. A dream person is untouched by the waken. It's not, so because you are beyond all this in deep sleep, you are untouched by waken and dream. So you are other than all this shuddha and asanga. Iti abhiprayaha. Example given is Mahamatsya. We'll see in the Tika, the Mahamatsya Drishtanta is spoken about. Tadyata Mahamatsya ubhe kule anusancharati purvam cha aparam cha. Evameva ayam purushaha etau ubau antau anusancharati swapnantam cha buddhantam cha. The Brihadaranya Vakya. Mahamatsyaha, like a Timingalaha, he uses the word Timingaladihi. Itihi Mahamasya Shrutihi Nadishrotasa Aharyaha Timingaladihi Mahamatsyaha Yata Swatantriyena Purvam cha Aparancha Iti Ubhe Kule Anukramena Sancharanne Kuladvayad Vyatiriktaha. It is different from the two shores, the Timingala, the whale, which is diving from one shore to the other in a large river. Yata swatantriyena, independently, freely, purvancha aparancha iti ubhe kule. So from one shore to the other, anukramena sancharanne, it just dives here and there, kuladvaya vyatiriktaha, but it is untouched by the shores. It's just experiencing the shores, but freely diving between one to the other, untouched by any of them. Likewise, this Atma Vastu is just swimming between the states of wake and deep sleep. All the experiences are happening. It is just swimming through all those experiences, independent of them. Shroto madhye kuladvaya sambandha rahityat asangaha. It is asangaha, unconnected, not bound. Sambandha rahityat kuladvaya. It is not. It has no connection with the shores, because the shores are incidental for the whale or the fish. There is no connection. Temporarily it is touching the shore, that's all. Likewise, temporarily you are touching each of the experience. There is no, you are not bound by any of those experiences. Kuladvaya tanmadhyavarti shroto dharma lepa abhavat shuddhaha. Kuladvaya tanmadhyavarti. It is swimming in between those. It is not on either of the shore permanently. Shroto dharma lepa abhavat shuddhaha. एवमेव अयं पुरुषः स्वप्नबुद्धान्तयोः पर्यायेण अनुसञ्चारात्. So from the waken to the dream, one after the other, it is just swimming. Tad vyatiriktah, tat sangarahitah, but it is separate from all these experiences. Therefore, it is not bound, not linked, not attached. Shuddhaha chaiti darshayati. So it is, by nature, it is pure. Like space is pure. You can put any amount of sand and dust in the space, but space is untouched. Shuddha Chaitanyam. Because it lights up everything. Like the light on the stage lights up everything. Whether the actor is crying or laughing or dancing, it's all lighted up by the same light. Like a movie screen is untouched by the movie. Whether you watch Ponniyin Selvan or something else, the screen doesn't get any blood from it. Likewise, the Chaitanyam is untouched by all that it is lighting up, including all the experiences. Evam Shenadi Drishtanta Shrutihi api atra udaharya. There is one more example that the Tikakara quotes, like Shenaha, the Pakshi. Tadyata asmin akashe Shenova Supernova Viparipatya Shrantaha Samhatya Pakshau Sanlayaya Eva Dhriyate Evameva Ayam Purushaha Etasmaha Antaya Dhavati Yatra Supto na Kanchana Kamam Kamayate na Kanchana Swapnam Vashyati Itihi Sa Darshayati Shrutehe Ayamartaha. What is the meaning? Yata Kaschit Swatantraha Senadihi Pakshi Akashe Swachandam Viparivatya Viharanantaram Shrantaha Swapakshau Sangamayya Needam Gatva Tatreva Vishrantim Bhajate. So it goes, it is along with its crowd flying and going from one place to another, vihara, enjoying. Then it goes back and Vishrantim Bhajate in its nest. Evameva ayam atma jagraswapnayoho karyakarana janya kriyapalaihi samyujyamanaha shrantaha tat shramapanuttaye swatmanaha needam sarva samsara dharma vilakshanam sarva ayasa sunyam swam paramatma rupam sushuptau pravishyati. In the waken and the dream, experiencing all kinds of troubles and getting tired after playing in the field of waken and dream, sarva ayasa sunyam swam paramatma rupam, it goes back to rest in the peaceful state of itself. Sushuptau paramatma rupam pravishyati. where it doesn't, kanchana kamam kamayate, na kanchana swapnam pashyati, where in the sushupti, where there is nothing is experienced, it goes and rests in its own state. Atrapi, shenasya akashad व्यतिरिक्तत्वादि आदिकम् इव आत्मनः स्थानत्रय अतिरिक्तत्वादिकं सिद्ध्यति इति स्पष्टम्. So the Atma is away from all these states is very clear, is what the Tikakara quotes another Shruti. Dakshinakshimukhe vishwaha manasyantastu taijasaha akashe cha hriti prajnaha tridha dehe vyavastitaha. So all the three states are in the Vakan itself. We saw this last class. Dakshinakshimukhe, in the right eye. Right eye is Upalakshana for all the Indriyas. So you experience the world in the Vakan. Dakshinakshi means in the Vakan when all the senses are active, Shabdasparsha Rupa Rasa Gandha are experienced, then Vishwa is available to experience the whole world. Manasi antastu taijasaha. Then closing the eyes, just playing in the mind, the taijasa is available. In fact, even as a Vakan, the taijasa is available, right? Without taijasa, where is Vishwa? But taijasa alone, if you want to experience. So you close the senses and then you are within your mind, you are undergoing experiences. Akasheta hridi prajnaha trida dehe vyavastitaha. Hridayakashe, in the inner space, when you are separating yourselves from all the worldly experiences, you are Hridi Akashe Prajnaha. The third state is experience. All the three are within the same Deha in Vakan. Jagrita Avastayam eva Vishwadinam Trayanam Anubhava Pradarshanartaha ayam shlokaha. Dakshinam Akshiyeva Mukham Tasmin Pradhanyena Drashta Stulanam Vishwaha Anubhuyate. So in your Indriyas, Mukham means you are basically consuming the experiences where through Dakshina Makshi eva, from your right side Indriyas. Predominantly because you are a right-hander, the right side is where the experiences are flowing from. Pradhanyena drashta stulanam vishwaha anubhuyate. So the drashta is again, like I said, upalakshana for shrota, everything. Stulanam vishwaha anubhuyate. The tangible world is experienced. Indo havai nama yeshaha yoyam dakshinakshana purushaha iti shrutehe. The Indha is the word used, the one who is consuming. Indana means the log of wood and other things which you put in fire, right? So this mukha, Dakshinakshi is a mukha. This like the fire's tongue, the Jwala, Saptamukhi, Jwalamukhi, right? So the Agni, Jwalamukhi is actually lava. But here the Agni which is eating the Indana, likewise, this Vakan person is consuming everything. It is the fire of the experiencer is consuming the experiences which are Indana. Therefore, Indaha Deepti Gunaha Vaishwanaraha. The Vaishwanara, like Adityantargataha Vairaja Atma Chakshushi Chadrashta Ekaha. So, like the Virat Atma, which is in the form of sun, Adityantargataha. So, this in the solar system, Milky Way galaxy, the sun is the central life force that is representing the Virat Atma, the Samashti, tangible universe, conscious, aware universe is Adityantargata Vairaja Atma. So that is the Samashti Virat, and it is the same as the Chakshushi Drakshta, the one who is the seer in this body, that is also Deepti Gunaha. Like the sun is burning as a fireball, this experiencer also is like a fire, consuming, eating all the experiences which are like the fuel for the fire of want. That I want this experience, that experience, all the time looking for experiences is Vaishwanaraha. Indaha Deepti Gunaha Vaishwanaraha. So it is called Indaha, the effulgent, the burning, the one burning of desires. Desirous of experiences, the longer of experiences. Nanu Anyaha Hiranyagarbha Kshetrajnaha. So the Samashti is what is spoken. Vaishwanaraha iti. So there is a question. Nanu Anyaha Hiranyagarbha Kshetrajnaha Dakshine Akshini Akshniyoho Niyanta Drashta cha Anyaha Dehaswami. This Dehaswami, the Jivatma, is what is there in this body. Whoever you are saying consumer, the longer, the one who is after all this experience, who is thirsty of experiences, that person is Jivatma. How can you compare it with Virat Atma? The Virat is Hiranyagarbha, is the totality of awareness, consciousness, the Purushaha. That is Hiranyagarbha. That is too huge. It can span beyond even Milky Way. That is Samashti. This fellow is Dehaswami. How can they both be same? Then Bhashyakara replies, Na swataha bheda anabhyupagama. There is no swatah bheda. There is swataha, there is no bheda. In the Swarupa, there is no bheda. They are both same. It is Veshti and Samashti. Eko Devaha, he basically uses Shruti to show that Eko Devaha Sarvabhuteshu Gudaha Shveta Sudra. There is one Deva Sarvabhuteshu Gudaha. It is available in every Bhuta as the eye cognition. It is Shrutehe. And the Smriti also goes along the same thing. Kshetrajnam Chapimam Vidhi Sarva Kshetreshu Bharata. It is just another way of saying Eko Devaha Sarvabhuteshu Gudaha. Same thing, exact same meaning. Sarvabhuteshu Gudaha, and the Gudatvam is in the form of Kshetrajnam. That is the only difference between the Gita Vakya and the Shruti Vakya. Shruti Vakya says it is Guda. It is hidden in all Bhutas. Hidden where? In the form of Kshetrajna, the one who is the knower. That's what Gita Vakya says. As the knower, as the consciousness, as the awareness. Because Kshetrajnam, that Nyapti, that Shabda which is there, Kshetrajnam, Kshetram Janati. That Nyaha means it is awareness, the consciousness. So that is how the Gudaha, Bhuteshu Gudaha. Not as atoms or nucleus or molecule, but as the awareness, the consciousness. Another quote, Avibhaktam cha bhuteshu vibhaktam ivastitam, as though it is Nana Jagat. So the Nanatvam is as though vibhaktam ivastitam iti shmrutehe. Sarveshu karaneshu aviseshe api dakshinakshini upalabdhi patava darshanat tatra viseshena nirdeshaha vishwasya. Even though sarveshu karaneshu it is there in all the instruments of knowledge, it is available. All the indriyas it is available. Aviseshe api dakshinakshini upalabdhi patava darshana. So it is available. So when you close and see where you are, the general tendency is you are available on the right part of yourself. That's just a imagery. So it is Shruti Vakya only. So how can you say right side and all? We can't question that. Tatra Visheshena Nirdeshaha. Let's see Tika. He explains a little bit more. Jagrita avasthayamev vishwadinam trayanam anubhava pradarshanaartha ayam dvitiya shlokaha. Pradarshana palam tu पूर्वकारिकोक्तस्य एव एक एव त्रिदास्मृतः इति अस्य प्रकरणान्तरेण अपि निर्धारणम्. So this एक एव त्रिदास्मृतः only is expanded in दक्षिणाक्षिमुखे विश्वः. Okay, तदाह दक्षिणाक्षि इति दक्षिणमक्षि एव मुखं दक्षिणाक्षिमुखं तस्मिन् विश्वः अनुभूयते. In the Dakshinakshi, in the right eye is where the world is experienced, means all the karanas. Tatra sthulanam vishayanam drashtutvat tasya. Anu katam Dakshinakshi mukhe iti avadharanam. Why on the right eye only? Shrotadi mukhanam api tad adishtitatva darshanat. Shrotradi mukhanam api tad adishtitatvam. So all this ears and other things are also on the right side only. Darshitam the Shrutya Ekavamvimshati Mukhaha iti. Ekavamvimshati Mukhaha iti. So this actually is a Purvapaksha question. Khatam Dakshinakshi Mukhe. How am I supposed to understand that it is all the right eye? Okay. Because he quotes Darshitam cha Shrutya Ekavamvimshati Mukhaha. So 19 things were stated, Pancha Prana, Pancha Indriyani, all that. So there are so many mukhas. Now suddenly why Dakshinakshi only has become mukha is a question. So he says now Upalakshanartatvat. It is only representing all the other karanas. That's it. There is no tatparya other than it being a Upalakshana. Yadyapi bhavanti indriyantarani stula vishaya upalabdhau dwarani tatapi chakshushi eva pradhanyena drashta bhavati. Idi Upalakshana. Some it's a Pratamavalla Nyaya. Whichever is the predominant indriya is picked up. So the sight is the first. If you see, even though there is hearing, there is tasting, there is touching, there is smelling, all that. But your experience is predominantly hinged on sight, right? You have to see. Seeing a person is what is the first thing, right? A person may smell, he may have a perfume on the person. Okay, he can talk anything. All this, your indriyas are experiencing all that, but the basic is the sight. So the sight is the predominant. And out of the sight also, the right eye gains prominence because naturally you are right-handed. Okay, there is always a higher influence of right side in your experiences. Therefore, Dakshinakshi becomes preeminent amongst all the experiencing organs. Upalakshanarthamuktam Dakshinakshi mukhe iti adoshaha pradhanyam cha shastradrishtyaatmaka kasmat chidadishayat purushanam dakshinangasya prayena viryavattaratva. See that dakshinangasya prayena viryavattaratva upalabdehe. So the right hand is what is Viryavattaram? Prabalam. It is the most, your strength is more on the right side. Bhashya Vartikabhyam avagamyate tadaja shrutihi indohavai nama yeshaha yahayam dakshinayakshan purushaha iti. Yoyam upavarnita vidaya dakshinayakshini viseshananubhuyate yeshaha asau indaha havai nama. So that person who is available in this right eye is called Indaha. Indasajñakaha ityartaha. Katam indatvam. Idyate aharnisham iti Indaha. Okay, the one who is consuming all the time. Idhyamanatvam cha buddhyadi upadidvara na swataha iti upadesha sagasriyam svashtikritam bhagavatpadaihi. He quotes Upadesha Sagasri where Bhashyakara talks about this Idhyamanatvam. And he says the Buddhi is the one which is actually doing it, is not the Atma. Atmagnehe indana buddhihi avidya kama karmabhihi Deepida prajwalat yesha dwaraihi shrotradibhis sada Dakshinakshi pradhaneshu yada buddhir vicheshtate Vishayair Havishadipta Atmagni Stulabhuktada. This Atmagni becomes a Stulabhug, the fire which is Atma. Vishayair Havishadipta. This Havis, the offerings make the Agni effulgent, burn. The fire is Vardhate. It grows by what? The Indhanam, the Havis. What is that Havis? Vishayahi. The objects of experience, the various experience become the offering unto the fire of Atma. And that Atma becomes more and more, the more and more the experiences, then Atma becomes more active, right? The person becomes, as the world experiences are giving you more and more, you become more and more thirsty, want more such experience. The Vasana, the imprint makes you more active. So the person, that people who drink, you can see, right? The more it doesn't stop. It just, you want more and more different varieties of alcohol, and people go after, right? So like that, because we have to say Vishayaihi Deepta Havisha Atmagnihi, all that. So I'm just giving that example. So any kind of addiction makes you run after it. Deepta Atmagnehe Indana. How? Buddhihi avidya kama karma bihi. The ignorance, through the ignorance becomes the desire, because the desire is, you think that by acquiring some things you can be happy. So the avidya only makes you think that you have to become infinite by acquiring, and that the thinking that you have to acquire makes you desire, that is kama. And because you desire, then you go and act to acquire. So you keep running behind things to feed this Atmagni, thinking that you will become infinite by acquiring things. Deepita prajwalati yesha dwaraihi shrotradibihi sada. So all the time through these indriyas you are consuming. Dakshinakshi pradhaneshu yada buddhihi vicheshtate iti. Tad evam indaha deepti gunaha vaishwanaraha adityantargataha vairaja atma chakshushicya drashta ekaha. But this, what is the consumer? The fire which is burning in you is the same which is available in the Virat Atma Aditya. That also Shruti Vakya is there from Brihadaranyaka. He quotes Tadyate Tat Satyam Asausa Adityaha Sa Yeshaha Etasmin Mandale Purushaha Yaschayam Dakshine Akshan Purushaha. So this Aditya Mandala Purusha, the Hiranyagarbha, is the one who obtains in this person. So there is Shruti Vakya also is there, and common Anubhava is also there, that it is one energy which is flowing, which is available, which is making you experience the world. See, the entire energy in the solar system is from sun. Okay. Whether Shruti says or not, we all know that. The heat is from the sun. The food is from the sun. Utainam gopa adrishan utaharyaha. Utainam vishwabhutani sadrishtaha mridayate. It is the sun which makes the day. If there is no sun, there is no happiness. No. Everything is from the sun. That's why Virat Atma, the best way to depict it is to show that it is the indweller of the sun. The Shaura becomes a religion because Pratyaksha Brahma, Adityantargata. So if you see the Gayatri mantra is Savitri Gayatri. It is Surya only we pray. Tat Savituhu. Even Rudra also Adityatmaka Sri Rudraya Namaha is what we say. The Aditya Rupa only Sri Rudra. So finally the Pratyaksha Virat Hiranyagarbha is visualized in the form of the sun, because that is the giver of the energy. So it is easily conceivable that, okay, this is the Virat. Not difficult. Iti Shrutau Adityakshihi Adityakshista Purushayoho Ubayoho api Satyagyasya Brahmanaha. So the Satyam Brahma Samsthana Visheshatvena Nirdeshat Adhyatmika Adidevika Abhedaha eva Avagantavyaha. So the Adhyatmikam and Adidevikam, what is indwell, this Atma is Deha. We saw that in Bhagavad Gita also yesterday. Adhyatmika is what is obtained in this Deha, and Adidevika, and what is obtained as the Hiranyagarbha, the Adidevika. All the Devatas are made effulgent by what? That Hiranyagarbha. That Hiranyagarbha and this indweller of this body, between them there is no Bheda. Iti avagantavyaha suchitam cha etad atita anantara karikayam vishwasya vibhutva visheshana upadanena iti sarvam shivam etadeva sputayitum akshipya samadadhat bhashyakaraha nanu anyaha hiranyagarbha kshetrajnaha dakshinayakshini akshnoho niyanta drashta cha anyaha dehaswami. So that Purvapaksha that we already saw, na swataha bheda anabhyupagamat iti atra hiranyagarbha iti samashti stulabhimani vairaja atma uchyate shariratmanaha virajayeva aikyasya vaktum prakrantatvat vairaja ekatvam upalakshanartam hiranyagarbha avyagritatmanoho iti. So this Vyashti Samashti is not only for Vishwa and Virat, but also for Taijasa and Hiranyagarbha, as well as Prajna and Abhyagrita Ishvara iti Tritiya Mandara Bhashyena Ekavakyatvartham cha evam Vyakeyam Bhashyam na Dehaswaminaha drashtuhu Adityantargata Purusha Viradatmanaha Sakashat Bedaha Upadi Nimittatvat Beda Pratitehe Swataha Beda Anangikaracha. The difference is there in the form of Upadi. Virat has a Samashti Upadi. Jiva has a Vyashti Upadi, this Deha. But though it is part, but it is not whole. Isn't it? So that is a Beda. You can't say one tree is forest. So forest comprises of trees. So there is a Upadigata Beda, but there is no Swagata Beda. Swarupa Beda is not there. Because we are talking about Virat Antargata Atmavastu and Deha Antargata Atmavastu. Atma, from that perspective, there is no Beda. It's not even part and whole. Only from Upadi Drishti, there is part and whole. But Swarupa Drishtiya, it is the same. It's not part and whole. It's not that Virat has a Atma Swarupa, which is Samashti of all individual Atmas put together. No. Atma, there is no Beda. Because the Beda can be there only if there is Visheshanam. If there are attributes, this is blue, that is green, you can say there is Beda. This is large, that is small, you can say there is Beda. But when it is Nirguna Vastu, Nirakara Vastu, there cannot be a Beda. There is no Vyashti Samashti there. There is only Aikyatvam. Therefore, Eko Devaha Sarvabhuteshu Gudaha. Iti Ekasyeva Atmanaha Sarveshu Taradamyena Avastiseshu Karyakarana Sankateshu Surupena Avasthana Shravanat. Surupavatta, there is no Beda. Kshetrajnam Japimam Vidhi Sarvakshetreshu Bharata iti Sarvadeheshu api Kshetrajna Bhutaha Ahameva iti Bhagavataha Samudghoshanat. Udghoshana is the word he uses. Very loudly he says that I am the one who is available in every jiva. Avibhaktam cha bhuteshu vivaktam evasthitam iti bhuteshu pratishariram vivaktam evasthitatve api vastutaha avivaha eva atmanaha iti teneva ishvarena आत्मविभागस्य उपाधिकृतत्वेन उपपादनात् तृतीयमन्त विवृत्ति उक्त प्रकारेण जाग्रत् प्रतिबद्ध आत्मनाम् अनेन अनन्यत्वाच्च इति अभिप्रायः. Okay, let's go to Bhashya. दक्षिणाक्षिगतः रूपं दृष्ट्वा निमीलिताक्षः closing the eyes तदेव स्मरन् मनसि अन्तः within the mind whatever you just saw, elephant coming, then you close your eyes, you see an elephant coming, then you close your eyes, then you imagine I am sitting on that elephant and I am going to this Ranganatha temple. I get in and the elephant prostrates to Bhagavan. I am sitting and it is shaking me. Now I am going into a dream world. Tadeva smaran manasi antaha swapne iva. Just like in the dream. In the dream, you don't control what thought comes next. It just happens. Whereas in this case, you can guide your mind to some extent. Here also, then it takes over because it's all based on what you like. The vasana only takes over. Every fantasy also you start thinking I'm going to start imagining, but eventually your likes and dislikes take over. Swapne iva tadeva vasana rupa abhivyaktam pashyati. That vasana, that imprint that came in the waken, in the when your eyes are open, your indriyas are perceiving, you saw the elephant. The same elephant only is still there. That imprint is there, but you add some more action sequences. Swapne iva tadeva vasana rupa abhivyaktam pashyati. So the manifestation of what was brought in by your tools, the organs as inputs, and then you spin a web of story in your mind. Yata atra tata swapne. What is the difference between here and swapna? They are both the same. Ataha manasi antastu taijasopi vishwaha eva. So the swapna, whatever you are seeing, is not very different from the waken. Akashecha hriti smaranakhya व्यापार उपरमे प्राज्ञः एकीभूतः घनप्रज्ञः एव भवति. स्मरणाख्य व्यापार उपरमे. This your recollection, suppose you stop it, if it rests, you are tired, your mind also is not now imagining anymore. It is just conscious. You are not sleeping also, but you stopped thinking. You have stopped bringing back your memory momentarily. Then what happens? Ekibhutaha ghanaprajnaha eva bhavati. That is like your deep sleep. Manovyapara abhavat. There is no mental activity. Darshana smarane eva hi manaspandite. The sight, the seeing or experiencing of the world and recollection are done by the mind. It is the mental activity. Tadabhave hridiyeva avisheshena pranatmana avasthanam. You go and rest back in the form of avyakrita prana when the recollection and the experiencing of the external world resolve. When you retire in pranatma, and that pranatma is your swarupa. There is going to be a discussion here on pranatma. What is this prana? But before that, let's see first what is said. Prano hi eva etan sarvan samvrinte. It is, everything is resolved into the prana. Taijaso hiranyagarbha manastatvat. And this prana, this taijasa, the mental activity, the person who identifies oneself with mental activity is hiranyagarbha. Is just like your Vakan Vishwa is part of Viradatma. This Taijasa is Hiranyagarbha. Why? Manastatvat. Because it's mental activity. Mental activity is part of the samashti mind. Lingam manaha, manomayoyam purushaha, ityadi shrutibhyaha. This purushaha is Hiranyagarbha. So this Hiranyagarbha, the samashti awareness consciousness is the one which is available in this as the mind. Prana. It's all Veshti Samashti. The continuum that we earlier spoke about. No? Everything is continuum. Your prana, your breath is part of the overall wind and energy which is there. And your mind also is part of a continuum. Though there is identification with this body and the limited. But beyond that, as its own self, the mind is part of the Samashti mind. Taijasaha Hiranyagarbha. Ityadi Shrutibhyaha. Let's see the Vivati. Tika. Sarveshu Karneshu Upalabdhritva Aviseshe Api Dakshinakshini Upalabdhi Patavadarshana Tatra Viseshena Nirdeshaha Karikayam Vishwasya iti Uktam. So it has been already said in Karika why the Dakshinakshi is shown as the Upalabdhi place, as the place where you are experiencing the world. We already spoke about it. Ata Manasi Antastu Taijasa iti Shloka Padasya Artaha Vivriyate. So the Vishwa is covered. Now let us get to Taijasa. And the Taijasa encompasses the mind, is what is being discussed here, is what the Vivritikara is saying. Dakshinakshi gataha rupam drishtva nimilitakshaha sanne tadeva smaranne manasi antaha swapne iva tadeva vasana rupena abhivyaktam pashyati. Like we said, when you close the eyes, the same person, whatever is seen in the waken, just like in the dream, recollects what was seen. Even as a waker, यद्यपि जाग्रत स्वप्नयोः अनुगतः कश्चित् एकः कालप्रवाहः न विद्यते, येन जागरित वासनाजन्यान् रूपविशेषान् पश्यति, स्वप्ने इति अतिरिक्त अंजसि स्यात्, स्वप्ने इति उक्तिः आंजसि स्यात्, तथापि पूर्वोक्तरीत्या जागरितदृष्ट्या एव वासनारूप दर्शनोक्ति. See, there is kala pravaha. The time is different in the dream and your own recollection. You can't compare that. So, but in essence, they are the same, is what he's saying. Smarana samana yoga kshemata cha swapnasya iti anavadyam. अतः एवं मनसि अंतः स्मरणे स्वप्ने च एकस्यैव आत्मनः वासनारूपदर्शन कर्तृत्वात् मनसि अंतस्तु तैजसः अपि विश्वः एव न विश्वतैजसयोः स्वरूपे काचन विधा अस्ति इति सिद्धम्. This also we just saw. Okay, मनसि अंत स्मरणे, whether you are thinking, imagining, but or you are seeing in the tangible world, but it is all the same Vasana Rupa. Whatever you saw only in the waken, only you are seeing in your imagination also. As an experiencer, the experience is alike. Okay, for the Swarupa, is what he says. So there is no big difference between waken and imagination, is what he says. In the sense that the sense of experiencer, the feel of experiencer is alike, whether you are actually seeing it or you are imagining it. आकाशे च हृदि प्राज्ञः यदा स्मरणाख्य व्यापारस्यापि उपरमः तदा हृदि एव आकाशे स्वे आत्मनि स्थितः प्राज्ञः पंचम मंत्र विवृत्ति उक्तनीत्या हि एकीभूतः गणप्रज्ञः एव भवति. विज्ञानेन विज्ञानमादाय यः एषः अन्तर्हृदये आकाशः तस्मिन् शेते इति श्रुतेः. So now the third state, which is the deep sleep. And that it says, Brihadaranyaka says, Vijnanena Vijnanamadaya, the Buddhi Upadhi, Vijnanamaya Kosha, we saw in Taittiriya also, no? Manomaya, Vijnanamaya. Vijnanamaya is the buddhi upadhi. And the vijnanena vijnanamadaya, resolving your mind and buddhi in itself, yeshaha antarhridaye akashaha tasmin chete. The antarhridaya akasha is where a person rests. And what is hridaya akasha is going to talk about it. Natra vishaya vishayi vibhagaha vishesha vijnanam va vidyate manovyapara bhavate. There is no subject object division. Why there is no manovyapara? Because the mental activity ceases in your, say, meditation or samadhi. Just like in deep sleep, the vishaya vishayi vibhaga, the subject object difference ceases momentarily because there is no mental activity. The mind is resting. Then darshana smarane eva hi manaspandite. So the mental activity, whatever you are seeing in the waken or imagination, is both are mental activity. So when that ceases, what is left is the akasha, hridaya akasha, the space between an active mind and the swarupa. Tadrisha spandita abhave hridiyeva akashe swe praඥāna ghana rupa eva aviseshena karanatmana avasthanam. In the causal form, it rests. Karanatmana. Causal form is that which is from which everything is born. Avyagrita state, that is karana avastha. Unmanifest form, seed form, that is causal state. So everything is available in the seed form, in the form of unmanifest atmavastu. Ajnana bija is there, not that you have become a jnani. Just like deep sleep only, basically. Tadidam. So all these, see, what is the essence here? All this you are witnessing as Sakshi. Whether it was the waken, or it was the dream, or now when everything has resolved in and it is in bija form, you are a Sakshi Pratyaksha. Because Bhashyakara is going to say, waking up, the person is going to recollect that I slept well. That statement proves that you experienced absence of subject-object duality. Tadidameva pranatmana avasthanam iti uchyate. And that is what is called, the person is only in the form of prana. Prano hi eva etan sarvan samvrinte. It is the prana which resolves everything unto itself. What is this prana? Is it breath? That is what we say prana is, right? No, we will see. Prana here is avyakritam. In the prakarana, in the context, it means avyakritam, the bija bhutam. Purusho yada swapiti tada vagadayaha pranameva karanatmanam api yanti. Pranaha eva karanatma etan sarvan vagadin samvrinte swatmarupena sangrinnati iti shrutehe artaha. So the prana alone, which is the causal atma, avyagrita atma, it resolves vakadin, all the shabdasparshadi, it resolves all these experiences into itself. Dakshinakshi mukhe vishwaha ityatra yata viradeva grihyate evameva manasi antastu taijasaha ityatra hiranyagarbhaha eva grahyaha adhyatmika adideivika yoho upadi nirasena aikyasya vivakshitatvat. So there is a aikyam between adhyatmikam and adidevikam. How there is aikyam? By removing the upadhi. The Veda is upadhigata. Vastugata, there is no Vastugatya, there is no Veda. So to show that the Veshti Samashti is equated. Taijasasyaiva Hiranyagarbhasyapi Manastatvat. Both of them are mind-centered, awareness-centered. Which both the mind, the Taijasa and Hiranyagarbha, they are both of the same material, which is the mind activity. Veshti Samashti Manasoho Nirase Swataha Veda Bhavat. So if you remove the Veshti Samashtitvam from the content Like in the case of clay world, so this is a pot, that is a can, that is a lid, that is a jar. The Upadhi Veda is there, but Swarupataha, it's all clay. Likewise, in the awareness world, mental world, whether it is Samashti or Vishti, the content is only this Vrittitvam. We are not talking the Prajnapti Swarupa. Here, Vrittiyatmaka Manaha only we are talking about. That Vrittiyatmaka Manaha, whether it is Hiranyagarbha or the individual mind, the content is the same. Swapna Purushasya Taijasasya Manastatvam Tadeva Saktaha Sahakarmana Yeti Lingam Manaha Yatra Nishaktam Asya Iti Shrutya Yatra Eva Asya Samsarinaha Manaha Asaktam Udbhuta Abhilasham Bhavati Tadeva Palam Sahakarmana Prapnoti Iti Bhruvanaya Darshitam Linga Sharirasya Manah Pradhanatvat Lingyate Anena Iti Vyutpatya Samsari Avagama Sadhanatvad Lingamiti Manasaha Visheshanam Shrutau Manomayoyam Purushaha Bhaha Satyaha Iti Shrutya Manasi Upalabhyamanatvat Manomayatvam Bhruvanaya Hiranyagarbhasyapi Manastatvam Pradarshitam. So, yeah, I read quite a few sentences. You will be thinking why I am not explaining. See, essence of this is that this Linga Sharira, which is Manah Pradhana, your Sukshma Sharira is basically mind as an instrument. Okay, the Taijasa we are talking about, the content of it is the mind. Linga Sharirasya Manah Pradhanatvat. It is centered around the mind. Okay, similarly, the Purusha, the Hiranyagarbha also is mind centered. Baha, the one who is effulgent. So, Manasi Upalabhyamanatvat Manomayatvam Bhruvanaya Hiranyagarbhasyapi Manastatvam Pradarshitam. So, it is the Hiranyagarbha and your mind are in the same continuum. Is what is the essence of it. Tasmat evamadishrutibhyaha Manasi antastu Taijasaha ityatra Swapnatmanaha Hiranyagarbhena Ekattvameva Vivakshitam iti Avagantavyam. Okay. Nanu Vyakritaha Prana. Then one question comes. Prana is experienced. It's not Avyakrita. It is a manifest only. Because even when somebody is sleeping, I am able to see that person breathing. And also when I eat food, go to sleep, next day morning, I feel that I have already digested the food. So your Apana, Vyana, Udana, Samana, everything has been working in the night. Okay, because you have been snoring. So you recognize your breath, others also recognize your breathing in your sleep. You have been digesting, your blood has been circulating. So all the vital energies are in play even during sleep. Sushupte tadatmagani karanani bhavanti katam avyagritata. How can you say it is prana is same as unmanifest? Is that what the Shruti is saying? Maybe you are interpreting it wrong. Is a question that is asked. So to summarize what we saw today, essentially what so far we have seen before this Purva Paksha comes into play is the Vyashti Samashti is what has been highlighted. Okay. So what is in the Vyashti and Samashti indwelling is different from all of it, whether it is Vyashti or Samashti. What goes through the waken, the dream and deep sleep, what is witnessing, whether it is the Vyashti or the Samashti, in the form of tangible universe, or in the form of subtle universe, or in the form of Karana Sharira, that which is witnessing it is separate from all the three. It is like Mahamatsya, as it is swimming through all these different states. It is the experiencer of all this, but is separate from all this. Is what is intended to be shown by these shlokas. We will see in the next class. Om पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ओम शांति 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 हरि ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः हरि ओम।